War Pugs, have you ever sit there and wondered how a steak got to your plate? Well, we're about to find out today. This is the journey of a beef cow. This is a request from the Shenanigans stream that got kind of held over. It does happen, guys. It does happen from time to time. But, what to say about this? This is going to be educational at the very least. And with it being salmonella, we know it's going to be kind of funny at the same time. So, let's jump into this. Let's have a little bit of fun. Let's learn about the learn about the journey of a beef cow. And let's get into it, guys. Sam O'Neill's links are going to be in the description down below. Please go check him out. And let's just get into this. I love that. Yes. The journey of a beef cow.
Hey kids, do you ever
Hi.
feel like life has passed you by?
Yes.
Does the daily grind leave you feeling trapped in your own life like an animal in a cage?
Yes.
Well, that doesn't mean you can't enjoy some fun facts about livestock while you're at it. Today, I'll be giving a tour of the life, death, and processing of the American beef cattle.
Look at his little head. Look at it.
Disclaimer, this video is only a basic summary of some common industry practices.
Oh,
No
okay.
two farms are alike,
True.
some are nicer, some are worse. I'm not a shill, please don't get mad at me. Now, in the beginning, there was nothing.
Oh.
And then God said, "Let there be light." And
Oh, God. What the hell? That's kind of messed up. I'm just saying. That's just a little bit messed up.
it was good. Henceforth, you shall be called Craig. At birth,
Craig.
the calf weighs somewhere between 60 and 100 pounds. The males are typically castrated within the first couple of weeks, usually without anesthetic. The main point of this is to keep the steers mellow later in life, but it also stops their male hormones from giving the meat an off taste that the American palate isn't really accustomed to. Anyway, things started off pretty good for Craig. Drinking milk, hanging out, the life. After a while, he figures out you can eat the floor. That's cool. But then, after about 10 months, he gets loaded into the cattle cars. If you're a
Okay.
history buff like me, you know that's not a good sign.
No.
Little does Craig know, he's been auctioned off to a feedlot 1,000 miles away. Here, the cattle are packed together like sardines, if sardines were 500-pound terrestrial mammals. The menu consists of random roughage and energy-dense feed like corn so they can pack on the pounds more quickly. Overall, this environment puts a good deal of stress on the beast, which can end up taking a toll on his health. But it's nothing a little visit from the antibiotics fairy can't fix. Once fully grown, Craig gets taken to the packing plant. This is where the magic happens, and by magic, we mean mechanically automated goring into commodities. This is where things get messy, so try to forget that we gave this random animal a name a minute ago. In order to keep things as humane as possible, a worker will first use this device, referred to as a stunner. Here's a demonstration. This renders the beast instantly unconscious, or worse, but potato at this point. Its ankle is then attached to a conveyor rail, which will gently guide the animal along the rest of its journey. First, the cow gets to talk to this man. He's called the sticker. Can you guess what he does? If you said that he gouges out throats for a living, you'd be correct. Over the course of about a minute, the flow goes from torrential downpour to incontinent poodle, by which point our beloved bovine can continue on his way. At the next station, the cow
This is why I don't like... Okay, so... There's a lot of things in this world I don't like. I don't like where we get our meat from. When one of the things that the hospitallers wanted to do for a very long time, and something that we're hoping to get started here, is when we get a house, we want to start a homestead. We want to start a homestead so we can raise our own animals and, you know, butcher our own animals, our own chickens, our own rabbits, things like that. And we do eventually want to get beef cows, but at the same time, I don't like how we do this. I really don't like it. It's unnatural. If anybody's ever had wild caught game, you know for a fact that the taste of that game is far better than anything we get at a store. In fact, what we get at a store is just like, it's there. Yeah. I hate to, it's just, yeah, let's just go.
Cow is subjected to high voltage electrical stimulation. Hopefully the nervous system is all out of steam by this point, but if not, the boys on the killing floor will have a great story to tell their wives. Haha, just kidding. The FDA estimates that 93% of meat worker marriages are in shambles. Who knew that 11 hours of pure slaughter every day could desensitize a man? Anyway, electrical stimulation basically works to speed up the onset of rigor mortis. Getting this process out of the way means the meat won't toughen up once it reaches the freezer. Next, the carcass undergoes a thorough power washing. Like the noble mortician, this hose works to make a lifetime of filth disappear. Unfortunately, though beauty is only skin deep, manure runs to the core, so the cow must be disemboweled to prevent contamination later on. And we might as well get rid of all these other gross bits while we're at it. Then the feds stick their nose in things to make sure everything is as it should be. Yup, it's a cow. Finally, we send it down the line, evacuate the spine, bifurcate the hind, reticulate the spline, and power wash it again just for good measure. This whole process from bashing to slashing to splashing takes a mere 15 minutes to complete. That means it takes the same amount of time to process 3 half-ton mammals and 1 scheduled license renewal. Try puzzling that one out. After hanging out in the cooler for a couple days, the beef is broken down into its many cuts. Chuck, loin, sirloin, what have you. This is the good stuff. That'll get shipped off as is to barbecues, bar mitzvahs, and bargain bins all across the country. Then you got all these misfit bits hanging out wherever else. Still technically flesh, so we have machines pluck it off, pulp it, and use it to make hamburgers, hot dogs, and the like. Then all the garbage even Americans can't stomach is sent off to the rendering plant to be made into whatever else. So there you have it.
It got made into Baywatch. That makes a lot of sense.
I don't really have an outro, except, kinda gross, right? Anyway, that's all for today. Till next time, I'm Sam Minella, and thank you for watching.
So, I think the most miserable thing that I have ever seen is an industrial farm. I think that is the most miserable thing that I have ever witnessed, because the cattle in those are just packed, and it's the same thing with pigs. It's the same thing with pigs. It's the same thing with cows. Same thing with turkeys. If you've ever been to a turkey farm, it is the most disgusting thing you've ever smelled in your life. A turkey farm. Why are they yelling? Thank you. But a turkey farm is like the most disgusting thing that I have ever smelled in my life. And it's because they have thousands of these birds just in close proximity to each other, inbred to the point of just incredibly inbred. It's just nasty. It's just flat out nasty. But that's where we get our food from, and that's a lot of the reason why me and the hospitaller want to do what we want to do. Well, she wants to do this more than me. She's been wanting to do this for a very, very long time, and when she does get that started, she's going to make a channel about it. She's going to make a channel talking about, how we're going to be taking care of the animals and things of that nature. She's just wanted to do it forever. She really wants a Highland cow, and I don't really know why. But, that's just what she wants to do. We're going to... It is something that she's been talking about doing for as long as I've known her. And she loves visiting her grandmother because her grandmother has her own small little homestead as well down in Florida. But it's because of junk like this that I can't stand the modern meat industry. I really just can't. And while at the same time I do understand the reasons why it currently is the way that it is, it doesn't mean I have to like it, and eventually I'm not going to I have to participate in it now just because it is what it is. It sucks, but eventually I'm hoping I don't have to do that. Hi, Cat. What's up? Warpugs, I wish there was a better way. I really, really do. I wish there was a better way that we'd go about getting our meat and our dairy and everything like that. I wish there was a way that we could make it so much better for the animals. That's why I'm a big fan of hunting. I'm a big fan of fishing because that animal lived a natural life. That animal lived a natural life until it was taken. And I loathe people when one of the things that made us so just furious, because my wife likes watching survival shows. We were watching a show one time, and quite literally, this woman caught a squirrel in a snare, and the animal's suffering. The animal is suffering, but instead of going up to it and quickly, will you stop running back and forth? Do you mind? Instead of just going up and dispatching the animal quickly, and I'm saying this while I got a war crime machine sitting right here behind me that plays with it. Would you stop knocking things over? Thank you. Instead of dispatching it quickly, she went up and she was like, "Oh, oh, oh!" And the entire time, me and my wife were yelling at the screen, "Put it down!" Like, just yelling at the screen for her to finish it. Stop it. You're getting all excited when I'm talking about animals suffering, aren't you? Come here. Come here. Come here. I know you're all about that life. You're a cat. Would you stop doing that? Come here. Come here, you. Come here. Stop it. Let's go. This is my little war crime machine. Okay, fine, get down. Well, gotta steal the show every time she's on. Anyhow, I think I've rambled enough. I think I'm gonna shut up now. War Pugs. Sam O'Neilly is down in the description below. I highly recommend that you go check him out. Subscribe to him if you haven't already. But past that, leave a like, comment, subscribe if, blah, blah, blah. I will catch you guys next time. I hate this. That is such incessant.